Under the unrelenting glare of Savan's twin suns, the crimson plains stretched out like a scorched canvas, beautiful but unforgiving. Aiden Rook's ship cut through the atmosphere, not in search of glory, but family. A distress call from Lucas Hale, smuggler, scoundrel, and Aiden's oldest friend, had pulled him across 3-star systems. Yet, as he landed on that jagged volcanic horizon, the silence that greeted him felt heavy, like the air before a storm. In tales like this, one often finds that the silence is not empty. It is simply holding its breath. The ambush was immediate. Mercenaries materialized from the dust, pinning Aiden down with blaster fire until she appeared. Tashara. She was a blur of cerulean skin and silver eyes, moving with a liquid violence that defied physics. But fate has a twisted sense of humor. In the chaos of the brawl, a stumble threw them together, and a single drop of Aiden's blood slid down the length of her curved soul blade. The metal pulsed with an ethereal light, binding them instantly. The skirmish ended, but the nightmare had just begun. "You've bound us," she hissed, horror warring with adrenaline. "Husband!" Ancient magic, it seems, does not care for accidents. They were forced to flee, not from the bandits, but from her own blood. Khazar, Tashara's brother and warlord of the Sakari, pursued them with zealot fury, destroying Aiden's ship and severing his only link to the stars. They retreated into the planet's bowels, a labyrinth of caves lit by bioluminescent fungi. Here, amidst the glowing quiet, the gravity of their situation settled. To the Sakari, an oath with an outsider was an abomination punishable by death. Yet, as Aiden tended to her wounds and fashioned a makeshift crossbow from mining debris, a different bond began to form, not one of magic, but of shared survival against the dark. Their reprieve was shattered in a subterranean chamber, a natural arena of stone. Khazar cornered them, his golden eyes burning with contempt. The ensuing duel between siblings was a visceral clash of tradition versus survival, steel ringing against steel. But honor is often the first casualty of war. Khazar struck the unstable floor, sending Tashara plummeting into the abyss. Aiden, defying every instinct of self-preservation, dove after her. "Till death," he muttered, embracing the fall. Trapped in the sealed lower tunnels, broken and desperate, salvation appeared in the worst possible form. Lucas Hale stepped from the shadows, flanked by armed men. But the relief on Aiden's face died instantly. There was no distress. There was only a business plan. Lucas wasn't a victim. He was a slaver, and Tashara was the inventory. The friendship was a lure, and the accidental marriage? A serendipitous bonus for a man selling exotic specimens to galactic collectors. Betrayal always stings worse when it wears a familiar face, turning memories of brotherhood into jagged shards of deceit. "I was a poor judge of character," Aiden laughed, the sound echoing manically off the walls. It was the signal. He lunged, not for a weapon, but for chaos. While Tashara, fighting through the agony of a broken leg, sliced through the mercenaries with lethal precision, Aiden targeted the volatile power packs on their suits. Explosions rocked the cavern, turning the slaver's advantage into a fiery tomb. Lucas fell, not to a blaster, but to the hilt of the soul blade he sought to commodify, knocked unconscious by the woman he deemed mere merchandise. 1 year later, the crimson plains bloomed with violet flowers, a testament to life's persistence. On the edge of the wastes, a new settlement thrived, a sanctuary for outcasts, fusing human tech with Sakari spirit. Aiden and Tashara stood on the roof of their home, the dry wind tugging at their clothes. A neutral trader had brought news. Khazar's iron grip was slipping, and the tribe whispered of the chieftain's daughter. Reconciliation was possible. But as they stood under the alien constellations, listening to the soft breathing of their twin children in the nursery below, children with blue skin and dark human eyes, the choice was clear. They were done running. Toshara drew her blade, the metal gleaming in the twilight. Once, fate had forced their hands. Now, they placed their palms over the steel voluntarily, the glow returning brighter than before. They were bound not by the whims of ancient magic, but by the deliberate, unshakable power of choice.